Shalom Aleichem, my beautiful, heilige, wonderful and wondrous Chevra. I'm very excited over the next few interactions. Hopefully we'll share something that will be meaningful for us. I know when I speak to you, I'm listening myself to what I'm saying in order to upgrade my life, in order to be more engaged, to be more joyful, and all the blessings that come with living a good, fulfilled, healthy, wonderful life. What I'd like to share with us today is a few ideas about gratitude. And then as we go into the next few online meetings, our goal hopefully is to excavate what gratitude is, what appreciation is, and what it does for us in our normative everyday living, to really upgrade our lives, to feel good, to feel alive, to feel engaged, and we could, and we must, because the more that we live fulfilled, it's infectious. And the more that we can upgrade our lives and we can upgrade other people's lives, bringing more joy and bringing more mental health, physical health to the world, wow, that will make the world an even more beautiful, special place than it is today. Let's start though with an issue that faces a lot of people. So if we think about it, we may experience within our own life, and maybe we know others that experience this. There's so much distraction, and there's always a challenge to be had. There's always something to be concerned about. There's always something and some reason to be stressed. And really, this is what I hear very often from people. Now, what happens is when a person's living a life like this, when there's distraction and there's challenges and there's stress, so it leads a person down a road where they become more frustrated and their lives become full of worry and fear. There's resentment, there's anger, and that's not good for us. We don't like that. It's not healthy for us. It doesn't help us in life. It downgrades our life experience as we navigate life. And it doesn't upgrade. We want to upgrade our lives. Are there tools? 100% there are tools. Are there things that we could be doing? Simple, little, small things. Yes, it always takes effort. But there are things that we can do that aren't massive and monumental. They're quite easy, actually. And they could radically change our life in a healthy way. There's so many people, and they walk around with, what's wrong with life? And what's wrong with life is always available. The what's wrong with life mentality is always available. Now, what we have to understand is that so many people have learned to train their brain. They've learned to train their experiences. They've learned to train their thinking and feelings to focus in on what is wrong with life. And what I'd like to suggest is we have to take a stance. We have to take a stance today. We have to be warriors of gratitude, warriors of appreciation, warriors of peace. And we need to be strong in this. We have to train ourselves to bring our bodies back to a place of central and neutral, to train our experience, our emotions, our thinkings, to see what is right in life, to see what is good in life. We have to experience and place our consciousness on realizing how much we have. We live in an amazing generation. We live in a fantastic generation. And it's important to realize that. There's a saying that we say, where our focus goes, our energy goes. Where our focus goes, our energy flows. And if we're placing our mind, our thinking, our emotions on what's wrong, what we don't have, then our life force depletes. Our life force just melts away in front of us. But when we recognize where our focus goes, our energy flows. When I could be engaged, mamish, my energy goes in that direction. It's not so difficult. One thing leads to another. It's a very profound experience if we allow it to occur, to live a life of gratitude, to live a life of thankfulness, to live a life of appreciation, being aware. I appreciate what's in front of me. I can be aware of it. Now, it's an amazing thing. I was sitting with somebody and I was talking to them about this reality that I hear from so many people, including this person I was sitting with, that a person can have everything. They can have full health, they can have a beautiful family, financially, they can have everything that they would expect. And if they don't appreciate it, if they don't see, hear, or experience it, if they don't feel everything they have, what do they have? What do they have? And then you could take somebody who doesn't have much, but they appreciate everything that they have. Who at the end of the day is going to be the healthier, the more, the more engaged? Who's going to have the one that's more loving? Who's going to be the one that has the better life? Obviously, it's the one with less. It's a funny thing. We have all of these expectations. We have our expectation of our mind always being sound, an expectation of our health always being good, strong. I can be flexible, I can be mobilized. That doesn't happen to me, that happens to other people. We have all of these expectations. Who says? Who says? And unfortunately, before we know it, we've become stale. Before we know it, we've forgotten, we've lost track, we've scattered ourselves thin. We've become distracted and we don't remember the important points in our life. This is important. This is it. This is where I need to spend my focus and my energy. In these areas of family, of love. And I need to appreciate the smallest little things. Because before we know it, for so many people, it's easy for our relationships, it's easy for us to become habitual, that we get used to something. We fall into this state of expectations, we get used to it. And once that happens, that's very, very sad. Because we end up with nothing, even though it looks like we have everything. What's the point of having wonderful finance, but you are annoyed or frustrated? What's the point of having, as my grandfather would say, what's the point of being the richest person in the graveyard? As we live life, we want to realize that the art of appreciation, the secret of gratitude are superpowers. There are values that we should be living with, and they are ways we can so easily upgrade our lives quickly, in tremendous ways. It can create for us tremendous transformation, and it's there. It's you inheritance. It's our inheritance, appreciation and gratitude. And as we go into it, I hope that it will help us test what I am saying. Test what I'm saying. Challenge yourself. Test it. I'm challenging you. I invite you to the challenge. And as we leave off today, just to think about how what's really available is what's wrong with life. That's available to us. But that doesn't help us. Where does that lead us? If we could just start to slow down and just look around and appreciate what we have. We'll speak about the difference between appreciation and gratitude. And to remember don't take anything for granted. Don't take things for granted. Remember, where our focus goes, our energy flows. And Be'ezras Hashem, until the next time, we should all experience much bracha, much hatzlacha in all our endeavors. May we feel good, healthy, may we be engaged, and may we realize how much we have. Baruch Hashem. Bracha v'hatzlacha kol tov.